Charity is one of the most important messages of the Christmas holiday, giving and helping those who need it. The latest numbers show homelessness is actually down 3% statewide, but still, the National Alliance to End Homelessness says at least 30,000 people in Texas do not have a permanent home this holiday season. KXAN's Phil Prazen looks at what it took for one person to find a stable home this year.
This free Christmas Eve meal at the downtown Salvation Army is one less thing to worry about for these men and women. It's a break from the constant search for basics: food, shelter, clothing.
Hi, Merry Christmas. Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
Kay Graves volunteers here.
We want them to feel special, like they matter, and give them an experience that's not normal for them.
Being on the streets and being in a shelter is not really good for anyone.
Sherry Bradshaw has had many sleepless nights. Years on the streets and 4 months in the shelter, she celebrates this meal and for the first year ever, her own apartment.
I've been sleeping in. I've been getting some rest.
She found the place on her own. The Salvation Army helped with the deposit and rent. Now she searches for things many take for granted.
Pots, pans, furniture, things like that, stuff that goes inside the apartment.
She's one success, but the bigger story continues. There are still thousands of Texans spending these holiday nights on the streets. Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
And according to the Salvation Army, 2,900 people stayed in the 2 local emergency shelters in the last year. 3 out of 4 were women and children. The city of Austin has made homelessness and affordability a priority. This year, they created 3 homestead preservation districts to dedicate more than $50 million in future tax revenue to affordable housing projects. They increased the senior and disabled property tax exemption by $10,000. They won approval for the Pilot Knob planned unit development with 1,000 housing units through the city's Smart Housing program. The city also made it harder to demolish apartment complexes for low-income tenants.